Attention, Braves fans. The burning question echoes in Atlanta. Will Kim stay or leave? With every interview, every rumor, fans' hearts ache because everyone knows how much this guy has changed the mood in the locker room, the pace on the field, and the energy in the stands. And if you're a serious Braves fan, you know, this decision could change the course of the next season. But before we get into this soap opera that is keeping fans awake at night, I want to know, are you a true Atlanta Braves fan? Look for subscribe to the channel now and activate the bell, because here we live, breathe, and feel the Braves like no one else. Now hold on tight, because what comes next will leave any fan's heart beating faster. Behind the scenes at Major League Soccer, one of the biggest questions of this offseason is precisely this: what will happen to Kim? After a season full of ups and downs, the Braves managed to find a point of stability when he arrived. It was only a month, it's true, but a month that changed everything. When Kim came from the Rays, many thought he'd be a one-time deal, a desperate attempt to fill the void at shortstop. But it only took a few games for fans to realize it fit. The style, the pace, the grit. Everything the Braves needed to close the season with dignity. And now comes the question that divides opinions. Will he exercise the player option and continue with the team? Or will you test the market and see who pays more? The president of operations, Alex Anthopoulos, has already made it clear that he wants the Korean back. He knows that losing Kim would reopen a wound in the defense, and the Braves can't afford that. But on the other hand, the decision is not simple. According to the reporter Mark Bowman and MLB.com, Kim must decline his option and enter the free agency. And honestly, you can't blame the guy. After what he showed in September, the whole market is watching him. Any team in need of a consistent, energetic shortstop will come knocking with a tempting offer. And if you know the agent, Scott Boras, you know he doesn't miss an opportunity to inflate a good contract. Still, hope lives on in Atlanta, because in an interview with the channel Spot V News from South Korea, Kim left a gap. And it was this gap that set the fans' hearts on fire. When asked about the future, he replied, "I don't know. I need to talk to my agent. What about Atlanta? I like Tampa Bay, but I had more fun and enjoyed playing baseball in Atlanta." This sentence was music to the ears of the fans. A player who feel good, which is it's fun playing for the Braves. That says a lot. Atlanta has that power. The atmosphere, the warmth of the fans, the team's spirit, it all makes players want to stay. And Kim seems to have felt it firsthand. But of course, having fun for a month isn't the same as committing for years. His decision goes far beyond emotion. He knows he's at his peak. He knows he can secure a long-term contract, and perhaps that's the doubt that's holding him back from signing immediately. The Braves have the moral high ground, but in modern baseball, the one with the most zeros on the check is the one that speaks loudest. The problem is that Atlanta needs him as much as he needs stability. Shortstop was a headache for much of the season, and Kim brought the balance that was missing. He's the kind of player who improves a team not only through statistics, but also through the confidence he instills. Now, fan, think with me. Is it worth letting this talent slip away for the sake of a few extra million? Will the Braves management let the market dictate the team's future? I want to hear from you. Leave it in the comments. What do you think the Braves should do? Re-sign Kim at any cost or look for another name on the market? And if you haven't done so yet, sign up now, because this channel is the place for those who truly love the Braves, for those who feel every rumor as if it were a deep field hit. Now, seriously, this story has everything to be one of the soap operas of the off-season. The shortstop market is weak. The big names are already committed, and Kim is one of the few impactful players available. This means the Braves may face stiff competition, but they also have plenty of reason to do whatever it takes to keep him. And there's more. Even if Kim declines the option and tries free agency, that doesn't mean goodbye. Often this is just a strategy. He might leave and come back with a better contract. And honestly, I can't imagine that relationship is over. Kim and the Braves are a perfect fit. Their aggressive style, their energy, their winning spirit. It's a partnership that makes too much sense to end now. In my view, the Braves need to act intelligently, but also emotionally. Ha-seong Kim has quickly shown what it means to wear the jersey with passion. He brought consistency and enthusiasm to a team that had been tired and lackluster. Losing him now would be a step backward, but I also understand his point. Baseball is a business, and the time to secure a good contract is now. So the ideal would be a long-term agreement, no improvisation. A 3- or 4-year contract, fair for both parties, that guarantees security for the player and stability for the team. The fans deserve to see this guy continue playing in Atlanta, and the team needs him more than they want to admit. So while the decision is still being made, we wait, rooting for it, commenting, believing fan. Leave your comments here. Do you think Kim stays or leaves? And if you leave, who do you think can replace you? Because here the space is yours. The conversation is between us, the true Braves fans. And never forget, the Atlanta Braves are more than a team. They're a passion that spans generations. Let's go together, Braves Nation. May the future come, and may Ha-seong Kim still be a part of it. Do you know what impresses me most about this story, fan? It's not just Ha-seong Kim's talent, nor the incredible plays he's shown in these few games for the Braves. What really catches the eye is the symbolism of what he represents to the Atlanta Braves right now. Because let's be honest, the Braves have had their ups and downs in recent years. There were moments of glory, titles, great performances, but there were also periods of doubt, of pieces that didn't fit together, of positions lacking. And in the midst of this turmoil, when the team seemed to need a new breath of life, Ha-seong Kim, a player who arrived almost as a test and ended up becoming a spark of hope. Kim is the kind of athlete who changes the mood. You see him on the field and feel the difference. It's not just technique, it's energy, it's posture, it's the will to win. And when a player conveys this, the impact goes beyond the scoreboard. It infects the locker room, inspires teammates, and makes the fans believe. So the possibility of seeing him leave now, at a time when the Braves most need identity and stability, feels almost like an emotional blow to the fans. But this is where the real dilemma of this story comes in. Modern baseball is as much a game of passion as it is of business. Kim knows her worth, the market knows its value. And the Braves, if they're smart, also know the value he represents. It's no longer possible to just think about short contracts and momentary bets. This is the kind of player who deserves to be part of a long-term plan. Now, looking at it coldly, there are two paths before the Braves. The first, let Kim go to the market, hoping he comes back, running the risk of another team offering a fortune. The second, move fast, be bold, and show him and the entire league that Atlanta isn't just courting, it's committed. And honestly, if the Braves want to remain elite time from MLB, you need to choose the second path. You can't just rely on veterans or names that might work out. It's time to bet on those who have already shown results. Even in a short time, Kim has the kind of consistency the Braves need in the infield. Defensively, he is disciplined, technical, intelligent. Offensively, he's not just a contact hitter. He knows how to create plays. He knows when to take risks. He knows when to slow down. And most importantly, he plays with passion. And passion is something that not easily bought in the market. You can pay a lot for a player, but you can't pay for dedication, for commitment, for love of the game. And that's what he showed in Atlanta. Now, there are people who will say, but he only played for a month. And I understand. It's true. But sometimes 1 month is enough to see what an athlete carries inside. Ha-seong Kim arrived without promises, without fanfare, without headlines, and earned everyone's respect. This is not faked. On the other hand, you can also understand the player's point of view. He went through some tough times in Tampa Bay, dealing with pain and instability. In Atlanta, he found himself again, But at the same time, he knows that baseball is a cruel sport to those who hesitate. He's at his physical peak, in the best moment of his career, and he wants to take advantage. So, testing the market isn't a lack of loyalty, it's a strategy, and that doesn't mean he doesn't want to come back. Many players do this to negotiate better and end up returning, so I don't see the point of Kim considering the free agency as a farewell. I see it as a maturity test, both for him and for the Braves. It's a chance for the franchise to show that it has learned from the past, that it is ready to invest where it really matters. And look, if the Braves lose this player, they're going to miss him, because it's not just the shortstop who leaves. The symbol of the team's emotional reconstruction comes out. The spirit of someone who played every inning, as if it were their last, is gone. The joy of those who brought new energy to the locker room leaves. Now, if the Braves can hold on to him, the impact will be massive. He will send a message to the entire league. Atlanta is committed. Atlanta values those who wear this jersey with pride. And that kind of message resonates. It attracts other talent, creates an environment of trust, and shows that the team isn't a hostage to the market. It's a protagonist. I know a lot of people are wary of the relationship with agent Scott Boras, and rightly so. Historically, the Braves have avoided large contracts with players they represent, but maybe the time has come to break this pattern, because when the right player comes along, you have to step out of your comfort zone. And Kim is that player. He's not just a spare part. He's the kind of athlete who can set the tone for an entire season. And let's face it, there aren't many shortstops available who combine technique, discipline and charisma like he does. Now, looking deeper, you know what I see? I see in Ha-Seong Kim something that the Braves have always valued: quiet work and high results. He's not the guy who seeks the spotlight. He's the guy who seeks victories, and winning teams are built around athletes like that. Therefore, my opinion is clear. The Braves must do whatever it takes to keep him, not just for technical reasons, but for identity, because the Braves are, historically, a team of tradition, continuity, and solid culture. And Kim fits that mindset perfectly. If he stays, the Braves enter next season not only with a guaranteed shortstop, but with renewed heart. If he leaves, the franchise will need time to find another player who can combine performance and energy in this way. But until that decision is announced, one thing is certain: Ha-Seong Kim has already made his mark in Atlanta, and one way or another, the fans will not forget what he brought in such a short time. So, fan, comment below. Do you think he will stay? Should the Braves pay whatever it takes to keep him? Or is it time to look for another name in the market? Because, at the end of the day, that's what makes baseball so exciting. It's not just the plays, it's the stories. And that story is still being written. Ha-Seong Kim might even be undecided now. But for those who live the Braves' body and soul, the fans have already decided. Atlanta is his place.